So till now, we have seen multiple unorthogonal or non-orthogonal machining processes such as planning and shaping, turning and drilling operation. Now we'll look at turning operation, and now we'll look at the milling operation. So let's start with it. So let me have a pen. So we have non horizontal milling operation and vertical milling machine. So there are two types of milling processes, and these are based on spindle axis milling machine. So spindle axis position or direction. So when we have horizontal plane, when the spindle axis is in the horizontal plane, it is called as horizontal milling machine. And when the spindle axis is in the vertical plane, so it's very simple. The spindle axis is where the part is going to rotate. So spindle axis is horizontal, so it is in the horizontal plane, and other times it is in the vertical plane. So these are very logical things, so it need not be explained much. Then we have up milling and down milling. So in both of them there can be two variations, up milling and down milling. One of them is up milling, which means the direction of cutter rotation. So in the milling operation, how the thing is, we have a surface or the table, and my part is going, my tool is going to rotate. So and that there is a movement of the table also on which my workpiece will be clamped. So let me use a pad. So I have a workpiece, and if it is going to move in this direction, and it is um, and my cutter is also rotating in that direction, so that will be down milling, and this is up milling. So direction of cutter rotation and feed direction are opposite. So that means that my feed is going in that direction and my cutter is rotating in the opposite direction. So that is how the up milling will look like, and the opposite will be that my feed is in that direction. So I'm moving from here to there, and my my cutter is also rotating in the same direction. So that's how it is been differentiated. So this is up milling is also called as climbing on the job, and over here we'll have maximum material removed at the end point of the contact. This is because that when we are the table is or the workpiece is coming, and my the cutter is rotating in the opposite direction. So that means that at the end I have maximum material which is interfering with the tooth or the teeth of my milling cutter. That means that at the end of the stroke, or at the end of that the teeth position, I'll have maximum material removed. And in the down milling, I have said that the direction of rotation of cutter and table feed are in same direction, and hence the uncut chip thickness is maximum at the first point. So this means that my table is coming in that direction, and my feed is also rotating in the same direction. So it is like this, and that means that uncut chip thickness is maximum at the first point. So of contact of tool and job, that means that at the start of the stroke I'm going to have the maximum material removed, and at the end I'm going to have the minimum material removed. So that's all. Now let's come to analysis of milling. So this is how my transitional surface looks like. So this is the workpiece part, and here I have the cutter. So the one of the teeth can be like this, the other teeth can be like this, then I have the third teeth, then I have the fourth teeth. So that's how it will go on, and the teeth will keep on rotating. So the rotation, so this means that my if my rotation is my table is feed is in that direction, and this is going to rotate in this direction, so they are opposite in direction. That means it is down up milling. So in this case, the maximum material removed will be on the end of my operation. And now let's come to the analysis part. So this is the depth of cut D. This is the total D by 2. That is the radius. D by 2 is the radius of the milling cutter, or capital D is the diameter of the milling cutter. B is the angle which is being cut. So this is the angle made between where my cutting will happen. So that can be a small increase from the perpendicular. So it need not be exactly perpendicular, and that is the angle beta. This is how we are going to define it. Now let's come to the thing. So the treble feed is given as F in mm per minute. So the feed in mm per revolution, so we want to convert it from per minute to per revolution, will be F by N. So now we have converted. So the N is revolutions per minute. So when we are going to divide it by N, we'll get denominator revolution and the minute will get cancelled. And then we want feed in mm per tooth. That means that F by N will be divided by the number of tooth. So that means number of tooth per revolution has come into denominator. So the revolution has get cancelled. So now we have feed in mm per tooth. So this is the formula. This is the final formula which will be helpful. And the beta is the included angle in which the cutting operation or the milling operation is actually happening. And all other angles except that beta angle is ideal at that time. So all the tooth which are coming over there, they are ideal. So in the next video, we'll start with proper numerical question on milling. So you will have better understanding of that. Thank you.